Welcome to the show today. We have here today with us
Nick Weitzenfeld.
Glad to have you, Nick. My name is Alan Shad. I've seen Nick around some of the fiddlers conventions here in Carolinas and Virginia for several years now, and I thought he was a prime candidate for our show, what we want to feature here, which is a lot of these younger players that are just phenomenal musicians. And some of them really don't get the credit I think they deserve and the recognition. So that's what we wanted to do, was feature Nick here today. Great player. And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I guess I'm from the metropolis of Floyd County, and I guess I live in Roanoke now. But I'm 17 years old. I've been playing guitar since I was 8. My grandma bought me a little camo guitar, tiny little thing, and got me some lessons, and it kind of took off from there. I'm in a band, mentioned that, called Wound Tight. We're kind of located in Roanoke, I guess, Smith Mountain Lake area. We have a CD called No More Rain, and we're looking to put out some singles in the next few months. Be looking for that.
So you're finishing up school now, and you're fixing to go to college, is that right?
Yeah, senior year. A few months left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all good. That's all exciting. Well, your playing's great. Tell us what you're playing there. What kind of guitar
This
you
is
got?
a 2005 Bourgeois Country Boy Deluxe. It's got, I guess, figured mahogany back and sides, Adirondack top. It's got nice Brazilian head plate, Brazilian trim all around. So I've had it maybe 4 years, I think, and I haven't found one better. So I love it.
Sounds good. You make it sound good. The guitar that I'm playing, this is a 1994 model, I believe. This is a Ronnie Griffin Dreadnought. It's walnut back and sides and German spruce top. And I've had this guitar since '95, and I played this one for probably close to 10 years. This was my main guitar, and it's got the battle scars from it and everything. And it's kind of been out of rotation for a while, but I thought it was time to bring it out and let it be featured a little bit. And always enjoyed playing it. So that's what we're going to play. We're going to play another tune for you. What do you got picked out?
Let's Dixie Hoedown.
Sounds like it. Thank y'all for watching.
Hey, Nick, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
My great pleasure. Hey, you mentioned your grandmother earlier that she had a part in giving you your first guitar. Did she play music or?
Yeah, she plays the violin, and she kind of got me kind of going to her house, I guess, every weekend, and I would pick up, maybe when I was 6 or 7, pick up, she had a ukulele, baritone uke, and I would sit and play around on that. She showed me a few chords, and I kind of moved up to a guitar, and then she was the one that kind of got me into lessons and actually, learning how to play. So she played a big role in getting me started.
Yeah, that's great. We need somebody to kind of encourage us when we're young, right? I remember my mom; she would always encourage me to play, and she came from Germany, and they didn't really have money for instruments over there, but over here, a bunch of my brothers and sisters and I all played, and she always thought that was just cool. Mm-hmm. That's great. Do you remember like an early song that you learned and just loved?
Well, I don't love it, but there's a video. That it's like a whole movie that there's a Doc Watson song called "Bull on the Ground," and I was maybe 9, and I videotaped myself playing that song and singing it over and over. It was like an hour long. Cool. And it was so hilarious and so terrible, but it's fun to watch. That's something that the first thing I kind of remember playing a song. And yeah,
cool. What's one of your favorite songs?
My favorite songs?
Doesn't even have to be a picking song. Just like just musically, is there a song that you just love to listen to?
Well, I've been listening to Tony Rice a lot. It's like my third big Tony Rice phase.
Great.
So there's a lot of great songs that he's done. Song for Winter's Night. I love that song. I listen to it probably every day. Very cool. And just the guitar work on that is fantastic.
Yeah. What about it do you like?
I don't know, it's just the way. It's not even what he plays. It's just the way that his right hand is so much. It's just nobody can match it. Like it's impossible to recreate just the syncopation and how the control he has over what he plays. Mm-hmm. And I just love listening to how he just control the guitar so well.
Totally. Mm-hmm. I was watching you and Alan play, and I noticed, a lot of people who maybe don't play this kind of music, it's really tricky to get sort of that percussive and pull out certain notes, and you both do a great job of like certain accent notes that really make the riff. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you just played it all the same, it would sound great, but when you jump out those couple of notes, can you talk a little bit about, maybe technique, what you do there?
Yeah, it's just something you kind of have to develop. Like I remember I took online lessons from Brian Sutton for 3 months or something, and I sent him a video like he wanted to to see where I was at in the beginning, and the first thing he said was I wasn't dynamic enough, so I was just doing everything the same. So I kind of worked on just knowing the song and feeling where you need a little extra energy, a little extra pop and then little softer things, Right. And it's fun to play around with that and see how it affects the song.
For sure. Yeah. Would you play just a little something and just do that? There's so many ways that you're bringing out notes. It's not just volume, or even attack, but sometimes it's just the fact that you hold one. Yeah, there's so many ways to make that note stand.
And there's a lot of guitar players like Tony Rice is famous for this syncopated, not really holding out the notes as much. There's Kenny Smith that do more melodic stuff like that, right. And there's people who combine. I kind of try to combine everything into my own kind of sound. Just kind of use just whatever I'm feeling. Just.
Sure.
Tony Rice lick, or just and then kind of create my own licks and stuff.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Do you write any music?
Yeah, I've written a few songs. One of my band actually does.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. I know you love your guitar here from Dana. And, he's a buddy of mine, definitely one of the greats. Is there a guitar from some other player that you've gotten to hold and play that you really thought, whoa, that's a good guitar?
Yeah. There's a bunch.
So many good guitars.
Every Hooper I've played has been fantastic. Mm-hmm. That's they're always great. I've played a bunch of Henderson's. Henderson's are always good. Just all the local builders are usually, pretty consistently fantastic.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky in this area
Yeah.
here for sure.
Yeah. There's a Santa Cruz guitar. Where was it? I don't remember. But it was a Koa back and sides, and then a Adirondack top, and it was probably the best guitar I've ever played.
Very
And
cool.
it was just phenomenal.
Richard Hoover's a really sweet guy, from created Santa Cruz guitars, and last year in particular, I got to go to like multiple shows in a row with Richard, and he's just a gentleman. I just love him. It's no surprise he makes awesome instruments.
Yeah.
Cool. What do you plan on doing in college?
Well, I'm gonna play football and I'm gonna study engineering. I've already committed, I guess. I've gone to Tufts University.
Great.
So that's in Boston. It's a good place for music, good place, good school. So I'm excited about that.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, congrats on that.
Thank you.
What I guess if you could jump ahead 10 years, what would you like to be doing?
Well, I still want to be playing music. I don't think that's gonna be my profession. It's not a money maker usually, but just something in engineering. I don't want to be sitting at a desk designing things, but I want to do some special things, cutting edge. I don't know how to describe it, but just something in the forefront of technology.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Is there just a couple last questions here as far as like your practice regimen or tools for improving on your instrument? Being a younger player, like I know a lot of people getting into different apps and different ways of learning. You took online lessons with Brian. Anything else where you think some of us older players can learn from you young guys?
Well, like when I was really young, I was really good on practicing, like 2 or 3 hours a day, just always practicing. And now it's more kind of just I pick up the guitar every night and play for an hour and just kind of whatever. Maybe I'm trying to copy someone's break or trying to just get a little smoother on a technique. But it's important to, I guess, when you're starting out, to be regimented and really get down to basics. And then you have a lot more freedom when you get those down to kind of just control your practices.
Right.
Yeah.
No shortcuts really. You just gotta put in the hours. Very cool. Well, thanks for stopping by today.
Yeah, and thanks for inviting me.